I wanted to talk to you a little bit about Involver and our history and the core product offering that we have today. Involver is a technology company. We started 4 years ago where our genesis was really all around social networks are this booming environment, eyeballs are shifting there, time on site is going up there at an amazing clip. But the opportunities for marketers there were very limited at the time. There wasn't really any sort of technology platforms you could use at all. And marketers were really sort of cobbling together experiences. So we said, let's go build a technology company to really make this market accessible to marketers and make it efficient and effective. So that's the history of the company. That's how we started. Our first really, we actually started out on MySpace and did a number of things there, but obviously we don't talk about MySpace just a ton anymore. Our first really major product actually was in 2008. We came out with a product called Supergroups. I don't know if you guys remember the marketing world on social network back in 2008, but the main way that people marketed on Facebook was using groups at the time, which were totally insufficient for marketing, but it's what people had to use. So we built something like groups, but superior on the application platform that allowed branding and analytics and user-generated content, a lot of that kind of stuff. And we were actually very successful with that. We won an OMMA award for some of the work we did there. It had a number of large brands, including Puma and Nissan and a few guys like that, all using our products there. So that was a lot of what we focused on in 2008. In 2009, fan pages opened up on Facebook, and we were one of the very first companies to adopt the fan page platform. We took a lot of our learnings from Supergroups and we brought them over to the fan page environment, where fan pages were a cool idea, but there wasn't really a lot of meat to them out of the box. So we brought in a lot of the stuff that marketers really wanted. We built the application suite that we're very well known for, that included a lot of out-of-the-box functionality like RSS feeds, pulling in YouTube feeds, running polls, all that kind of stuff in a really turnkey, scalable, brandable, trackable, measurable way. That was incredibly popular. It continues to be incredibly popular. We have well over 100,000 customers who use that solution, and it's very popular. What was interesting though was that at the end of 2009, we started to see a lot of very major brands who were saying, we love the technology, it's dependable, it's scalable, all of that is great, but we're a big brand and we really want something that's super, super branded, and nothing that's totally out of the box is going to work for us. So the first thing we did actually is we built a solution that was a sort of WYSIWYG thing where you could arrange boxes in a single tab, where each box was a little miniature version of functionality, where you could have an RSS box and a poll box and a few other boxes scattered around. And we called it actually the Boxes app. And you could then go in and do some CSS over the whole thing to skin it a little more heavily. And it was very interesting actually, because we were out there selling it. We'd show it in demos. Our customers would get really excited and go, yes, this is great, I want this. And they'd be on it for about a week and start complaining, because they'd say, this was cool in a demo, but it doesn't give me the flexibility that I want. The box is all, there's a way that each box works and I can't change it, and there's only so much you can do with CSS. We didn't want to be putting something out there that customers didn't like, so we sort of stepped back and went back to the drawing board and said, really the people who are incredibly good at these customizations and heavily branded experiences and all that are the agencies. So let's go out there and do everything we can to really help enable agencies to really make these outstanding experiences on Facebook and other social networks without needing to do all of the heavy lifting around interacting with the Facebook platform and dealing with changes and all that kind of stuff. Let's really build the technology for them. So we said, okay, what developers, what people do these agencies really have? And the biggest answer to that is really good HTML, CSS, and JavaScript people. So we said, let's target that audience. And so that's really where we came up with the social market language. It was designed for those developers specifically. So as you dig into the language, what you'll find is that it's basically has pretty much all the tags that you're used to using in HTML available in there for doing all of the styling and formatting. But then it brings in a whole suite of additional tags, I should say, that give access to a lot of the underlying power in the Evolver platform. So like a good example of this is the RSS feed tag. So the RSS feed tag will let you say, okay, I'm going to pull in an RSS feed from some other place. I'm going to pull it in here, and I'm going to go in there and I'm going to loop through all of the RSS stories that I've pulled in. And for each one, I'm going to put in, a div tag, and inside of that, I'm going to have a header 3 tag, and the header 3 tag is going to have the title of the story, and that is going to be linked to the origin URL of the story, and I'm going to put in the date underneath it. And you can go in there and you can get incredibly granular, where you're not just saying, put an RSS feed here. Instead, you're really going in there deeply saying, okay, I'm going to do my own HTML, my own CSS, this stuff that is very much mine, exactly the way I want it to look. And I'm going to be able to grab data out of the Evolver system and have it, fill in all of the bits of data that I need. So it's really cool because it lets those people who are really just front-end developers who don't really know a lot about the servers or want to know a lot about the servers access all of that server functionality without really having to lift a finger.